Okay, class, let me show you how you can do molding. And Maggie actually discovered that there's a lot more molding in the resources than there used to be. There used to be a couple generic, fakey looking moldings. I haven't looked in a while, but this is super helpful. So let's say you want to do a piece of molding for your set, and this would apply to baseboard, trim, chair rail, casing, casement, crown molding, um, and cornice, which is actually the same thing. So what you could do is a blank document, and you want to put in a piece of crown molding. I would look at some research and get an idea of what you're looking at. For example, here we can do a quick search. Crown molding right here, and you can see stuff like this would be a little bit too complicated for what we're doing. This is be perfect. This would be perfect. So you get an idea what the crown molding looks like. This is from the side, but it would be at an angle. Okay. So then we can go back to the VECTORWORKS. This is an empty sheet, and we can, if you come over to your resource manager and type in the word millwork, up will come a whole ton of millwork. And as you can see, there's a whole lot. This right here is copper beech profile millwork. All it says is what it is. It doesn't tell you whether it's crown, corners, or anything like that. That's why you want to do your research. Take a look at the sketch. So this right here, we're going to bring in. Preserve folder hierarchy is fine. Here we go. It's right here. It will be in the scale you're drafting in. For theater molding, this might be a little bit small. Let me show you what we usually do, and this is actually what it would kind of look like from the technical direction perspective as well. They would usually pad this out with some wood, like a piece of 3/4. I'm going to say by 8.5, which is a standard size. Something like this. Then we're going to do another one. Okay, I'm just going to command copy, paste, option L, or I'm sorry, command L. I'm going to put another one down here, like this at the end. So we're essentially making this molding. And it might not be as tall as this. We can make this 5.5. Oops, I put feet. Five and a half. Okay, and maybe a little short. Let's go 6.5. Okay, something like this. This is a guideline. We can get rid of it. We want these two things. We actually want them pretty much touching, just like this. Okay, and we want this touching. Okay, and now to give it more of a theatrical flair, let's add another piece of molding, such as this piece right here. We can hit OK. Command L will flip it around the way we want to use it. Okay, we'll say we want to put this down here, something like this. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll use this up top. Command L. There. Let's put that right here. And in fact, we'll flip this one time. This will look like an extra drip edge. Okay, very traditional. Let's see if we have another small piece of molding to dump in right there. I'm just scrolling through. All of it looks a little big. Oh, here we go. This could work at the very bottom. Yep. Command L, Command L. We flipped it to the spot. We could do something like this, but that's actually more of a pain in the ass for the fabricators to build. What would be easier is just to extend this a little bit. So we want to put this right about there like that. We can extend this down just a little bit more. In fact, take it to tab 7.5 there. Oh, that's going to look good. This will give us more of a thicker kind of molding. Now, once we know we've built this molding, we like it, it's easiest just to add solids and make this one whole thing. Add surface. Sorry, I meant add surface. Okay. And the second thing is we'll extrude this. We'll make it solid first. Command E, extruding at 12 feet. We'll make it shaded. Now look, you have your whole piece of molding right there. Okay? This gives you a piece of molding to put wherever you want on your set. Obviously this looks like crown, cornice molding, something like that. And you can put this now. Once you've decided how you want to use it, you can cut this molding, for example, like at a 45, which is very common when we intersect two walls that are a 90. To do that, you just make yourself a cutting tool for 4, something big enough to cut it with ease, like 24 by 24 here. You just go like this, put this at a 45, just hit tab, 45, return, it will now be at a 45, put it right up against wherever you want to cut this, okay? And also, before I do that, let me show you one other thing that you should do. If you want to edit this, you can click on it, one click, and you see how it says extrude here, like this? You can actually change it right now. And let's say you want to make it only 8 foot long. You could do that, okay? If you will change the proportions of this thing, but if you want to change, for example, the height and the width, you can totally do that as well. All right, we'll make this 10, okay? It's not bad because we're sort of, looking at molding. If you were getting into actually speccing molding, it'd be a little bit trickier. Okay, but those are 2 ways you can edit this before cutting it. Okay, here we go. Let's look at cutting it now. Let me go back one. Here we go. This is going to be our cutting tool. Command E, 12 feet, sure. We just want to make sure we cut through it. If you see how we're basically cutting through it at a 45. You want both of these to be selected. Subtract solids. There we go. Oh, did not cut far enough. Even though that was really, really far. Here. Now we'll do it. Subtract solids. Keep this red. And now you have a piece of molding cut at 45. The hollow part isn't important. Okay? If for your purposes, maybe it's good to just fill it in, like before you extrude it, but it's not mandatory. Okay? All right, really good work.